How is dining with?
Oh yeah, I have
Mr.
I have to mention
President.
that. First of all, I have to say that it's amazing to be the wife of a rich man.
Yeah, congratulations.
He flies you out first class. He puts you up in the Beverly Hills Hotel. He takes you to a whirlwind dinner with RFK
Heads of
Jr.
state.
that feels like a Curb episode meets a Tom Wolfe novel. I'm just a lowly little immigrant rubbing shoulders with Camelot.
It's unbelievable, dude. You've made it. You've achieved the American dream.
It was actually, I know,
You're with
it was
a Kennedy.
actually like insane and retarded. I told Dasha a little about this. There are many things I cannot say.
Of course,
I cannot say.
under threat of perjury.
But
Anna had an anti-Semitic outburst.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
I really did, for real.
You have to name them,
Yeah.
Robert.
Yeah. And I was like, who? Excuse me. He just unveiled his VP pick.
Right. You were telling me and I forgot right away.
In this totally retarded ceremony where there was like an indigenous rain dance and land declaration surrounded by like black community leaders. And his VP pick is this woman, Nicole Shanahan, who is the ex-wife of Sergey Brin and a Silicon Valley lawyer. And actually the dinner was in honor of her. It was held in her sprawling Malibu compound in this beautiful gated community. And the whole time I was sitting there and was like, when is the Veep going to show up?
Right.
Because I assumed it would be like Caitlyn Jenner or like Jesse Ventura or something. And I was met by this very pretty but very unassuming young woman. She was wearing like a chunky knit sweater and denim wide legs and Moroccan babouche slippers and holding a mug of tea with both hands, like a stock photo.
Wow.
Tim was like, that's her. That's her.
Anna, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Actually.
But she asked us what advice we had for her because she was nervous that she would be eaten alive because the press would lead with her very public divorce with the allegations that she had an affair with Elon Musk.
Right.
And I was so drunk and overstimulated at some point. I turned to her and asked her point blank if the rumors were true and if she did fuck Elon. And she was like, no. But I think I gave her pretty good advice. I told her, that I never take myself, never explain, never apologize. Yeah. What would Trump do?
Yeah.
But I think she should lean into the Elon rumors, whether or not they're true. Her campaign should be, I fucked Elon.
Totally.
And people would clap and cheer because I forgot who wrote this about Donald Trump, but that the poor and the working class really loved him and rallied around him because he was the first president who didn't condescend to them. And he made it about himself and not about them. And he was out there complaining about how now that he's a high profile political figure, he has to ride in an armored car surrounded by a security detail. And it's also ugly. And instead of pitying them, he made them pity him. Yeah.
Totally.
And that really, endears people of an aspirational mindset. So
that sounds like you did some good political consulting.
Yeah.
I have to pee really quick.
Yeah, go off. I'm just going to rant into the mic. Yeah.
Tell everyone what happened.
I smoked so many cigarettes that night. I basically sounded like RFK Jr. by the end of it. Like, so Tim, what did you think of that? But anyway, this girl, she's giving us a house tour. She's leading us through her banana grove and avocado orchard and goat farm against this backdrop that's giving Jurassic Park. At one point, JFK's
so
really
crazy.
hot, tousled son shows up and immediately announces that he served in the Ukraine. Dad, it's your night. And
when did he go to Ukraine?
I think like a year or two ago, and immediately I wanted to know. So
he's not like fresh back from Ukraine.
Yeah, but I'm like, is it the real thing, or is it like one of those safaris in Africa where the locals line up the shot? You know. So I asked him if he saw combat. He said that indeed he did. I don't know how you, as the scion of one of the most famous families in America, go over to the Ukraine. He told us he was using an alias. then this
he's a mercenary, like what?
really pretty and like airy artiste girl shows up like, oh, I walked from my farm. They're like serving us farm to table fare cooked up by a Korean girl boss chef.
Wow.
Tim said the funniest thing, you know, like everyone thinks that the ultra rich are drinking baby's blood, but they're actually just eating farm to table.
Yeah, so
So
true.
it's true, yeah.
I mean, did you broach the Twitter post that RFK
I
Jr.
didn't. And I'm really
beautiful.
I didn't, but he did tell me I was beautiful. So,
oh my god, I'm so jealous, dude.
He said I had an Armenian girlfriend in Watertown who was just as beautiful as you.
Oh my god.
The high point of the evening for me was really Cheryl, because she's so gorgeous in person.
I believe
it's insane,
of course.
and she's so bubbly and diplomatic. You never know what she's thinking. She's that's what you call a good actress. And she was always the high point of Curb for me, because everybody else on that show was a professional comedian who was playing
like a version of themselves.
A version of themselves that they did really well. And she was like the one character who wasn't supposed to be actively funny, but I think she was the funniest one.
Yeah.
Like when she subtly signaled her disapproval and disappointment at Larry. Yeah. Okay, Larry.
Yeah, her sighing and stuff.
She'd make a great first lady. So on that basis alone, I would root for JFK. I did tell him I was voting for Trump, and they gasped. But
RFK.
Yeah.
I know. It's tough. I make the mistake all the time. I call him JFK.
Yeah, but it was a bit of a gaffe, but whatever. I'll live. And I mean, the campaign is interesting because the other thing I forgot to tell RFK, because again,
is he gonna come on our show? No,
he should. No, he can. I'm sure he would. Is that he's a guy.
I want to sit on his lap.
I know. He would let us too.